my dear people. Today, we'll be looking at the lab build, search, and recommendations applications with AI applications. Once your lab is ready, let's go ahead and open the GCP console. This will take about 20 seconds to load. Make sure you open it in a new incognito window. You can go ahead and click the I understand button. If you are asked for any terms and service agreements, click Agree and Continue. Now that our GCP console is ready, let's go back to the lab and check what our first task is. Let's scroll down below. Our first task is to create a website search app. So let's go back to our console. Now we will search for AI applications on the search bar. Once we see it, let's go ahead and click it. Now, if asked to enable the API, go ahead and enable the API. Once the interface loads, let's go ahead and check what type of app we have to create. So here we have to create a custom search app. So let's go ahead and create a custom search app. Let's go back, keep the defaults for others, and let's go back and copy the name of the app. Let's paste it here below. Now, we'll also have to give the company name. So let's copy the company name and let's come back and paste it here. Let's confirm the location. The location is global. Make sure you check what your lab says and keep the location. I'll keep mine global and click Continue. Now here we have to create a data store. Let's go ahead and create a data store. We have to create a website content data store. So for the site to include, let's go back and copy the site. Make sure no spaces are there when you paste it, and let's click Continue. Now we'll copy the data store name, we'll paste it back here, and then we'll click Continue. We'll select the pricing model, which is general pricing, click Create. So now we'll continue, we'll click Create. So this will create our first app. So if you see that it will take some time for this to be completed. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and do task 2. Let's go to AI applications and let's go to settings. Here, let's click the pen icon in the global and make it Google Identity and click Save. Now, let's come back and check progress. So this should say that this task is completed. Our next task is task 3. We have to create an unstructured data store. So let's go back to the apps in the AI application and then click on Create App. We have to now create a Gemini Enterprise app, as you can see. So let's go ahead and click on Learn More or Create if that's the option you see. For me, it's Learn More, so I'm going to click on Learn More. So let's go back and copy the name. So we'll copy it from here, paste it here, and we'll also check the location. The location says global, so we'll keep it global. We'll click on the advanced options and make sure we also give the company name. Let's copy it from here and let's paste it. Now let's go ahead and click Create. Now we have to configure this app to use the data store with this name. Now let's go back to our console. Once this loads, you'll see an option on the left pane called Connected Data Source. So let's go ahead and select Connected Data Source. Here you have an option of a new data store, so let's go ahead and click New Data Store. Let's go back and check the type of data. So we need cloud storage, so let's go ahead and click Cloud Storage. We have unstructured data, so let's keep unstructured data in the options. For synchronization and others, we'll keep everything default. So let's come back and copy the link for storage location. Make sure you remove the gs:// after you paste, and now you can go ahead and click Continue. So now let's go back and copy the data store name, come back here, we'll paste it here, and then we'll click Create. You can keep everything else as it is. Now we'll move on with task 4 because this says it's going to take up to 15 minutes before it's ready to use and before we can check progress. Before we proceed, we'll go ahead and check progress for our first task which we completed. So that's it. It says it has been completed. Now let's move on to task 4. So as you can see, our next task is to build a recommendation app using applications. So let's go back to AI applications. Let's go on the search bar again, click AI applications. We'll go to Create App here. Now, as we see, we have to create a generic recommendation app. So on the top bar, let's click on the recommendation. The type our lab says is Recommendation Engine. Let's copy the name, come back, and we'll create a recommendation engine. So click on Create. Let's paste the name of the app and let's click Continue. Now we have to configure the data store. So let's configure the data store as well. So let's copy the name of the data store, come back and click Create Data Store. So our data store here, if you see in the lab, it's a BigQuery table. So let's go back and select BigQuery table. Now we have to select the BigQuery path. So the BigQuery table is shopping table under the shopping dataset. So let's go ahead and select. Let's click Browse. In Browse, we see the shopping table. Let's go ahead and select it. So now you can go ahead and click Continue. Once this schema loads, you can go ahead and click Continue. Let's now paste the name of the data store we copied, and then let's go ahead and click Create. Once the data store is created, let's just select this data store and create the app as well. So this app was created as well. So since the lab says that you won't have to preview recommendations, let's go ahead and check progress. Now this step also says it's completed. Now our next task is to query our Gemini Enterprise Search application, which we created in Task 3. So let's go to AI Applications and click on Symbol Finance, which is the Gemini Enterprise application. Once you have clicked the Symbol Finance app, you'll see a Gemini Enterprise link. So let's go ahead and click that link, and it'll open a new tab. Let's copy the prompt into the Gemini Enterprise Lab, paste the prompt, and hit Enter. So the response will take a minute. It will think, and it will respond. Once the response loads, let's go back and check progress. This says the task is completed. Now we have to hit an API request for the next task. Let's go to the Gemini app. On the left panel, click on Integration, click API on the top. Now let's go back, copy our prompt. Let's come back and paste the prompt, or the query. Now let's click the Run in Cloud Shell button. Let the shell load with the API request preloaded in it. Once the shell is ready with the command, go ahead and click Enter. Now let's come back and check progress. Perfect, this is done. Now let's find Task 3 and check completion status for that as well. Here we see Task 3, let's check progress. This is done as well. Now we have 100% completion status. So congratulations, we have completed this lab. You can go ahead and end it. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.